caixa tá preparada pra fuder sua safada. Vem sentando na piroca, sua piranha safada. Vem, vem fuder, vem, vem fuder, vem, vem.
Hey girl, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you like cozy chatty vlogs that feel like you're on FaceTime with your bestie, then you are in the right place because that's what we do here. So for this week, I actually want to do a little bit of a different kind of video. I want to do more of a traditional like week in the life with morning and evening routines for the 9-to-5 girly who has just come to the realization that in order to truly experience and live life with a 9-to-5, you have to do the things tired. That means doing things before and after work and having a really good morning and evening routine. And this is also hopefully going to be ADHD friendly as well because that's who I'm here to serve, okay? So it is currently Monday, but it's a Sunday kind of Monday because it was MLK Day today, so we did not have to go to work. So it's Sunday Monday, but it's 6:49 p.m. I've just come in from walking my dog, which is a part of my evening routine, so I'm gonna get into the whole routine later, but I've just come in from walking my dog. Next up on my evening routine would be to cook dinner. So I'm getting ready to do that. I just did some grocery shopping, so I do want to show you guys what I got, and this is gonna set the tone for my meals for the whole entire week. So come on girl, let's. Okay, so I followed the 5-4-3-2-1 grocery method. So if you don't know what that is, it's basically a way to cut down on the decision fatigue that comes with grocery shopping and meal prepping. You basically just buy 5 vegetables, 4 fruits, 3 proteins, 2 starches, and 1 fun treat. So for my proteins, I got some chicken thighs. So I'm gonna lay everything out and I'm gonna show you. But that's what the 5-4-3-2-1 thingy is, and I'm gonna show you what I got. Okay, so this is what I'm working with, and I realized as I was laying everything out that I am missing some things to be following the 5-4-3-2-1 exactly. But let's start with the 5, which would be 5 vegetables. I have these Asian style stir-fried veggies, these fine green beans. I've got these frozen potatoes, and then black beans. So I've got 4 vegetables instead of 5, but this is a really big bag, so it'll be fine. I was supposed to have 4 fruits, so I have grapes, and then I have strawberries, blueberries, and mangoes. I'm actually going to use the strawberries, blueberries, and mangoes, and I'm going to make like a hot honey fruit salad. What else? 3 proteins, edamame, chicken thighs, and some salmon. And my 2 starches are this jasmine rice and these little mini bow tie pastas. And my fun treat is some Oreo bars. So that is my grocery haul. And so let me get back in here because the lighting is better in here. So yeah, that's my grocery haul. So the idea is that the combination of those things plus like some little extras, condiments and things to make up the meals are going to be my meals for the week. And so it's supposed to be an easier way to grocery shop. It has been a lot easier for me. It cuts down on the amount of decision making I feel like I have to do, and then I can just focus on things that can kind of overlap or kind of go with each other. So tonight I'm going to cook up probably about half that pack of chicken thighs just so I can have some chicken already prepared. And then for tonight, just because I don't feel like cooking the rice tonight, I'm gonna just use this little pasta sides and I'm gonna put my chicken breast on top of that. And then I think we have like some Texas toast in the deep freezer, so maybe I'll have that on the side of like a bread. But that's what I'm doing for dinner tonight. And I need to go ahead and I guess maybe while that's cooking, I have a page in a planner, my digital planner that I use where, I thought we had lime juice, but that's lemon juice. Okay, never mind. Irrelevant. I'm gonna show you guys in my planner that I use, there's a section for planning out weekly meals, and it's a very like ADHD friendly planner. I'll kind of show you guys the girl who made it and where you can get the planner from if you want it as well. But yeah, I'll walk you guys through how I'm gonna do the meals for the week and show you guys what I'm making this week. Hopefully, as long as everything goes according to plan, I'm able to stick to the routine. So we shall see. Okay, so this is where I'm at with the weekly meal planner. So first, let me show y'all the front of this. This is called the Soft Productivity Planner, and it has 3 different kind of categories. So there's a section for being productive. This is for where you're unfocused and you're kind of unsure where to start. Key focuses are figuring out priorities, breaking tasks into steps, and staying focused. Then there's for being balanced. This is for when you are feeling kind of burned out and exhausted, and the key focuses there are building rest into your routine, prioritizing self-care and recharge, and creating a sustainable balance between life, work, and personal needs. And then the staying on track section is for when you're feeling a bit overwhelmed and scattered. And these are the weekly and daily tools that you can use to organize tasks and appointments and such. So these are kind of the 3 categories. So one thing I did earlier, I put in, scroll. Okay, hold on. Weekly meal planner. There it is. Okay. AM and PM routines. So I like how on the planner she gives like example pages before each blank page. So on this example page, as you can see, it says your personalized guide to crafting dynamic routines that cater to your unique needs. Embrace the ever-shifting energy and effort levels of each day by selecting from a variety of routine options tailored just for you. And so the idea here is that you have a morning routine, but then you have variations of that routine for when you're for when you feel like you can do everything. This is a high effort routine. This is like ideal perfect day. Then you have a medium effort routine, which is like where you're kind of just gonna do the best that you can. And then a low effort routine for when you're feeling burnt out, you don't have any energy, kind of just doing the bare minimum that you need to do. So I put in my morning routines. So I'll start with the high energy one because each one just kind of takes a little bit something away. So my high effort routine would be waking up at 6:30, praying immediately as soon as I wake up, doing my personal hygiene, so I brush my teeth, wash my face, spend some time in my prayer closet, about 15 minutes, do some journaling for 5 minutes, and then take one of my dogs on a 20-minute walk, come back in, feed them, take my meds, then go upstairs, shower, get dressed, and leave for work. So that would be like a high effort morning. Medium effort would be wake up and pray, do the personal hygiene, do a short devotional, so one that would only take me about 5 minutes, then take one of my dogs on a 20-minute walk, feed, take meds, shower, get dressed, leave for work. And then on a low effort day, I would just, again, wake up and pray, do personal hygiene. I would just get dressed, let my dogs out into the yard instead of walking them, feed, take meds, and go ahead and leave for work. So these are just 3 variations of my routine so that depending on what my energy level is that day, I kind of have a plan and I have a structure. The other thing that I did today was the weekly meal planner. So one of my favorite things about this is that it's not dated. Like, it's not a weekly meal planner that's like, what are you going to eat Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? Because that's what's really hard for me about planning meals. I struggle with, like, I don't know what I'm going to want to eat on Tuesday, you know? So I need the flexibility to choose that. And so I like that this just has me put options for each meal. So some breakfast options, lunch options, dinner, snacks, treats. So that way I can kind of just pick and choose on each given day which of these options I want. And then on the right hand side, it has a space for you to list out all of the ingredients that you need for all of these meals. And then, do you already have it in your fridge or pantry? Only thing I do not have is the eggs, for the hard-boiled eggs for breakfast. So the right hand column is for if you've purchased it or not. So once I buy the eggs, then I can check that off as purchased, and everything else I have. So I'm good to go for the week. And that is my planner. And I want to show y'all, this is the girl Felicia who made it. I actually found her on Threads, and I bought the planner for $20. Yeah, I think I bought it for like $20. But yeah, she's focused on breaking the stigma around ADHD and Black and brown women while holding space for our unique experiences. She's got a bunch of different like planners and printables and systems and things that are super helpful. So let's see if I can put up her page. I'll get her like Instagram handle and stuff, and I'll put it somewhere in here so that y'all can go and follow her and get this planner if you think that it would be helpful for you. Morning, bestie. Okay, it is 7:16, so I am a little bit behind schedule. I was supposed to wake up at 6:30, ideally 6:45 as a secondary option, and I woke up at 7, so we gotta work on that. I did not get to bed at a decent time because me and my husband were out being grown. So, that's on me. And she's pooping. Okay. Alright, 7:33. I have like a little less than 20 minutes before I have to leave the house. But we're making decent time. Hey girl. Okay, so we're showered, dressed, it's 8 o'clock, and we need to run out of the house. But before I do that, I'm just gonna grab something for breakfast. Boom. Got me a Greek yogurt. I did kind of plan out in my weekly meals what days I want to eat at the cafeteria at my job, because they do serve breakfast and they serve all meals for residents, but they let staff get breakfast and lunch. So I looked at the menu ahead of time so I can see like what days I don't need to bring something from home and what days I just need to get to work. For breakfast, today is not one of those days, so we're gonna grab one of these Greek yogurts. I'm supposed to have some fruit with this, but I didn't prep my fruit. So that's not happening. Okay, so Greek yogurt, and I feel like I need something else. Even though that's probably enough. Got these little Belvita breakfast biscuit packs. So, sure, I'll just do blueberry. Look at that. breakfast. I left my lunch bag at the office. So I don't have anything to put this in. Plastic bag it is, because I really don't have time. I'm gonna bring my lunch bag home from the office tonight. Alright, it is now 8:03 because I've been sitting here wasting time in yapping, so let's get out the hospital. Okay, so if you are an ADHD girly who also loved Tamagotchi back in the day, you might love this app called Finch. As you can see, I have a 521-day streak. So believe me when I say that I absolutely love this app. I can basically put all of my goals in here, everything that I want to do on a day-to-day basis, so like all my routines, and I can just check them off as I do them throughout the day. And I love that this app kind of helped me gamify my goals. So checking off my goals earns me those rainbow stones. Those rainbow stones can be used to do things like send my babe on an adventure. Right now, she's traveling through the Galapagos Islands. So every time she comes back from an adventure, she has a new fact to share with me about the Galapagos Islands. So yeah, there's other things that you can do with the little rainbow stones that you gain for doing things. You can separate your goals into different self-care areas. It has a space for you to like name your emotions. I love using this to kind of just like name whatever emotions I'm feeling. They do give you the option to do a little bit of journaling as well. So adding more details or more reflection about your mood. So it's a great way to just like do a little check-in with yourself throughout the day. I also love that this app is just so cute. Like, look at this shop. So you can spend your rainbow stones and get little like outfits and stuff for your pet. You can get them like little plushies. If you see that $15,000 plushie that they have there, you can get furniture for their home. So this is my bird's like house right now. You can also change the colors. So I like my bird to be a brown skinned gal, but I can change her color of like her body, her fins, her blush on her cheeks, anything like that. And then the travel agency is where you can pick a place for your bird to go. So as you can see, there's a lot of places on here that I haven't visited yet. So excited to do those. This is my little tree house, my little nest, whatever. As you can see, after 521 days, I have accumulated a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. It's very cute. There's also little micro pets, so your pet can have a little pet. And my favorite one, I think, is this little doggy. I'm actually going to change it to the doggy right now, and we're going to start our adventure. So my bird, let me show you her personality. It tells you like your friendship level, the personality aspect. So these are the things that you're impacting or whatever when your bird comes back with their stories on their adventures. And then they often come back with like they learn about things, like they learn about foods and movies and books and TV shows, and they either like them or dislike them. So it's like they're building a real personality. It's just very, very cute. I love it so much. I love it so much. It's adorable. And it's so unnecessary, but it's very, very cute and very, very fun. So besides all the cute stuff, you can really track your insights. And so I haven't been tracking my mood in a while, but you can see your moods throughout time and how many good moods you've had or overall good days you've had versus overall bad days. You can see the progress on your goals. So those insights are really important. These are the self-care areas that I was talking about that you can sort your goals into. And then these are the different activities they have on here. So there's just some really cool stuff. There's breathing exercises that you can do. So like I like to do the calm or the anxious breathing one sometimes when I just want a break. There's reflections. These are basically like journaling prompts. There are more deep dives where it asks you several questions to kind of dive deeper into whatever you want to talk about. So if you're a journaling girly, those are really, really fun. They have soundscapes, so it can basically turn your phone into a little sound machine. You can select how long you want the sound to go on, and then under each sound, there's like different types of sounds. So very thorough. There's even movements, so like little yoga stretches that it can guide you through. There's timers, there's acts of kindness, ideas for you, and then there's a first aid kit for if you're really struggling emotionally. Like, these are the activities that can help you immediately kind of regulate. So yeah, lots of cool, cute little stuff. So check it out. The app is called Finch. Hey girl. Okay, it is 7:25. Me and Lucky just got in from my walk. Say hi, Lucky. Say hi to the vlog. Anyway, we just came back from our walk. So what am I about to do? I'm gonna figure out dinner. It's probably honestly gonna be the leftovers from what I made last night, which was nothing fancy at all. So that's what I'm gonna have for dinner. I'm gonna shower, and then I want to break down for y'all the way that I kind of set up my evening routine. So let me refer to my notes. Let me pull up my notes. Okay, boom. So I did my evening routine a little bit differently than my morning routine because evenings are a lot harder to structure than mornings. Just by nature, I may have different times I'm leaving work. I may have different things I have to do after work. So every evening, like, I can't really timestamp it. So what I did instead was I created myself a structure for the evenings. So when I get home, the first thing to do is the arrive and move, that transition block. One thing that I've noticed when I was every time I've restarted my fitness journey, I've always found that it's easiest for me to work out immediately after work. Like, I cannot give myself time to get comfortable. And so that's one thing that I love about like walking my dog now. I'm noticing there's such little friction. Like, it's a very easy transition. I don't have to I don't give myself time to get comfortable. Like, I kind of come in the house. I can go on a walk in the clothes that I wore to work. I have my dog's leashes sitting right by the door. So it's kind of just like walk in the house, grab them, go walk. And an object in motion remains in motion. That's kind of the philosophy that I take when it comes to working out, and why I prefer to do that immediately after work. So that is a good transition block for me. And then I get into eating. So this also kind of, I make sure it all kind of naturally flows, because once I move, exercise, I get hungry anyway, right? So eating is the next natural step. And there I have a few different lanes for dinner. So lane A would be cooking a full meal or cooking meal prep that I'm going to eat for several days. So that's going to be like a 30 to 45 minute cooking session. Lane B is like a warm-up meal or an easy assemble. So this is either I'm warming up leftovers, or this is like a frozen meal that I'm just going to pop in the oven, or something like a hamburger helper or something that's not going to take much time at all. And then lane C is when I just do not have the energy. That is for ordering or picking up food on the way home, because I'm going to have some nights like those. So after I move, then I eat. I pick one of those lanes. Then it's the reset. So after I eat, do a little tidy. That can be just picking up the kitchen after dinner, or it can be a reset of one zone. And so I showed y'all earlier my Finch app. I'm gonna go back in and show you guys the cleaning routine that I have in there, because what I did is I have some daily cleaning tasks that I want to do every day. Those are things like closing the kitchen at night and stuff like that. And then I have tasks that are set to do weekly, and then I have tasks that are set to do monthly. So every day I should be able to look at the app and tell what my chores are for the day. So it's going to be the daily task, a weekly task, and maybe a monthly task depending on what day of the month it is. So reset, and that's like a 10 to 15 minute minimum, 10 to 15 minute non-negotiable. So that can be 10 minutes doing whatever, as long as I'm spending 10 to 15 minutes on something every day. Like, I got stuff to put away in here. Like, it's a lot. So I can spend 10 minutes kind of just tidying up this kitchen after I eat, and that'll be super quick. Next is connection. So quality time is really important to me, especially since I work outside of the home. I only have so many hours once I get home to spend with my husband. And so that's one thing that, like, I want to keep in, but I also want to make sure that it's being regulated a little bit, because where I get messed up is, or where we get messed up is, we'll sit there and end up watching TV or watching a movie or catching up on our shows or just sitting and talking and chatting. Like, this picture right here is from the coloring date that we had last night. That was kind of impromptu. I put out my coloring books myself, and Maurice was like, I want to color. So he put his artwork up on the fridge because he was very proud of it. It looks very nice. I like it a lot. But yeah, we'll be hanging out and doing stuff, and the next thing you know, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm mad because I'm going to be miserable when I have to wake up in the morning. So we have a connect kind of quality time block there that I want to make sure I make time for. But then I also want to include a recharge solo hobby block. So when it comes to my things like Legos, coloring, things that I like to do for myself, I want to make sure that I'm making time for my solo hobbies as well as the quality time. And then the last block is a power down. So this is basically sleep hygiene. I believe I told you guys either earlier in this vlog or in the last vlog that I've started keeping my charging station for my phone, my watch, my AirPods, and all that stuff on the opposite side of my side of the room, so it's not immediately on my nightstand. So like when my alarm goes off in the morning, I technically don't have to get up because I wear my watch to sleep, and so I can just turn I'm gonna show my watch, and it's not. I wear my watch to sleep, and so it's I can just like turn off my alarm from my watch. So I don't really have to get out of bed, but it's a way to make sure that I'm not scrolling right before bed, because it forces me to put my phone away so it can charge overnight, and then I leave my Kindle on my nightstand. So if I do still need something to do while I wind down, I can read on my Kindle, and I have the Kindle Paperwhite, so it's not like emitting all that blue light that messes with your sleep and all that stuff. So that is my evening routine block. And yeah, so basically I have a lot of different things to choose from, a lot of different variations depending on how much energy, how much time I have each evening. So like I said, we just came in from that transition block. We're heading into the eating, and then we're going to do a quick tidy, and then we kind of get to hang out for the rest of the night until it is time to go to bed. So I'll check in with y'all later. Hey girl, it's 9:30. I'm at work. I've actually been at work since 9. I sat in my car and did my makeup while I sat on my morning meeting, because I didn't even tell y'all, it's just easier for me to work in my car at this point because my computer is freaking crashing out on me. It's an old ass laptop that I have in my office, and it's given out. Like, I was barely able to work yesterday because every time I tried to do something on the internet, the page wouldn't load or the page would crash, and then I would try to go to another application like my email, and then the whole computer would just crash and shut down and go to sleep. And that was happening every single time I tried to do something. So I really couldn't use my computer yesterday for real. It's actually very frustrating. I need a new laptop, and I hate that sometimes in like workplaces you basically have to wait until your stuff totally dies before you can get a new one. Like, why hasn't equipment been being updated? Update my stuff without it having to fully die on me and me being like SOL for 2 days while I wait for y'all to get a laptop together. So I'm irritated, but I'm about to head into this office, and then I'm gonna show y'all what I packed, because today was supposed to be one of the days that I came and got breakfast from my job. But what happened was I woke up not too super late. Like, I think I was supposed to start walking with my dog at like 7. So 7 to 7:20 is the time slot that I have for walking in my calendar. I think I got out there at like 7:10. So I came back to the house around 7:30. I had 20 minutes to shower and get dressed, but I ended up leaving the house at like 8. So basically I was just 10 minutes behind schedule. And so I left the house at 8, and so I didn't get to work till 9, and breakfast at my job is served up until 9. So I like just missed breakfast by a couple minutes. But I figured that I was gonna miss it. So I did bring, I'll show you, I wanna get inside, but I made a hot honey fruit salad. I have a Greek yogurt that's already in this break room fridge because I brought it to work like last week and I just haven't eaten it yet. So I still have that in there. I bought stuff to make a coffee because I'm trying to save money or whatever. So I bought stuff to make a coffee here at work. And then I think I got like some snacks. Oh, and a salad kit for lunch. So yeah, I'm gonna show y'all everything when I get into my office, but I just wanted to tell you guys how the morning is going. Oh, also woke up to Aunt Flo at my doorstep. How wonderful. And so I'm actually really proud of myself for still going on the walk because when I used the bathroom this morning and saw that, I was like, so get back in bed is what I'm hearing. But then I was like, you know what? Let me be consistent. I sucked it up. I did what I had to do. And it felt really good to walk. I'm realizing that, like, I never regret when I go walk or when I go work out. I never regret it. I always begrudgingly, and not always, but a lot of times I do it begrudgingly. I don't want to do it. But, like, when it's done, I never really regret it. I always feel good after. So yeah. That's where I'm at this morning. Let me get in this office and see what kind of work I'm going to be able to get done with this broke-ass computer. Alright, I'll talk to you later, girl. Okay, I'm inside. Let me show y'all what I have. So this is my hot honey fruit salad. I love my tripod, so I'm like fighting for my life having to hold this. Hold on, let me see if I can. Okay, y'all. Sit right there. Alright, there you go. So this is my fruit salad. It has strawberries, blueberries, and diced mango. And I'm gonna be so for real with y'all. I used the mango from the can. Don't shoot me, don't shoot me. I know that I'm Jamaican and that is blasphemy, but I got these groceries delivered and I did not trust nobody to pick out no good ripe mango in January. That don't even make sense. So I was like, just give me the canned diced ones. That way I don't even got to do all the prep work. I just drain the can and wash the syrup out and make my own fruit salad. This is the salad I have. I don't even know if this is good, honestly, because I got this for the grocery shopping I did the week before last and I never ate it. And so it might actually be bad by now. But if it is, that's just an excuse for me to go out for lunch. So whoop-de-doo. These are my snacks. I got some dry roasted edamame and my Greek yogurt covered cranberry bites. I just brought these 2 bags with me. I didn't even put it together in no mix or nothing today. And then for coffee, I have my iced coffee recipe. So it's instant espresso. This is the Nescafe Gold. If you like blonde espresso, then that would be, or like, yeah, if you like a blonde espresso in your lattes, then that would be what you want. I have some milk in this mason jar, and then in this jar I have some vanilla bean syrup. So all I do, I'm gonna have to see if I have it in my shelf over there, if I have a empty jar I can use. But you put about a teaspoon of this in your jar with a little bit of water, just enough to dissolve it. Then you add some syrup, stir that up, shake it up, whatever you want to do. You add ice to the glass, to the top, and then you pour milk over everything until it fills up the glass. Shake it up, and that's an easy iced latte. that you can make at home, at work, anywhere. So I'm gonna do one of those, and then we're gonna get the workday started. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I'm gonna come back and talk to y'all about. I'm gonna show y'all how I make my coffee. But after that, I think I'm just gonna lock in, and then I will talk to you. Shoot, I just realized I have something to do tonight, not tomorrow. Sorry, yeah, okay, so I guess context, because I kind of just like froze up. I am part of the team for the youth church at my home church. It's actually called Next Generation Church. It's more like a church plant within the church, if that makes sense. But basically it's for like ages 13, geared towards ages 13 to 30. We have every fifth Sabbath at my home church is youth Sabbath, where they let the youth and the young people kind of just take over the service. So our current youth ministry leader decided to turn that into Next Generation Church, asked me to be on the team. So I'm on the team and tied back into my home church again in some ways. But anyway, I'm excited about it. Point is, our first Next Generation Church service is this 5th Saturday, so January 31st. And one of the things that I'm in charge of doing is the announcement video, because we want to make like a newsroom style announcement video to just like play up on the screen at the beginning of church, in place of us going up there to present the announcements. It's going to be edited and all. It's going to be cool. But I just realized that today is Wednesday, and today is the day that I was supposed to go to the church in the evening to record that video, and I had texted my co-anchor about tomorrow night because I thought that today was Tuesday. But it's Wednesday. Then we'll see how this evening goes, because that's going to throw a wrench in my evening routine a little bit. But that's why I have that variable routine that I talked about. So we'll see maybe how I need to adjust that. Let me go make my coffee. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. So all I did was I put about a teaspoon of that espresso in here with just enough water and swirled it around until it dissolved. It doesn't need to be hot water. It dissolves in any water. I'm gonna take some syrup, and we're gonna eyeball it. That seems like a good amount. We can taste it later and see if it needs more. That's the beauty of making your own coffee. You can kind of like just make it to your taste without paying for extra swirls or extra shots. And then milk. So that was that. Milk is gonna go up to the top. So I have enough for one more latte today. Lid on. You see it's already mixing up. Shake it up. Look at that color. That's the perfect latte color. It's the perfect latte every time, and it's so easy. So do this. It's way too cold to be drinking a cold latte, but this is also a good option for when I don't have creamer. I don't have any like flavored creamer right now. Otherwise, I do have, let me show y'all. I do have Cafe Bustelo for the Keurig in the break room, but I can only use these if I have creamer. If I don't have creamer, because I can't do this with just milk. If I don't have creamer, then I have to make one of these, because all I need is milk. But yeah. Okay, that's it. I'm going to eat my breakfast, drink my coffee, get to work, and then I will talk to y'all when I get off, probably. Alright, bye, girl. Hey, girl. Okay, work is done. I have the biggest freaking headache in the world. So I'm getting ready to head over to my church, get some prep, promo, all that kind of stuff done for Next Gen Church on 5th Sabbath. I was productive today. Good news, my computer didn't crash out on me today. I don't know what was going on with it yesterday, but it was okay today. I was heavily supplementing with my laptop, so maybe it was only okay because I purposefully didn't overload it today, but my brain is fried. But yeah, my computer didn't give up on me today. I was productive today. That's another good thing. I got a lot of planning done for the thing I'm gonna be working on at church this evening, and I did even look at my budget. I did the big girl thing, and I looked at my budget, and I looked at my finances, my income and expenses, and I tried to plan it out for like the next month at least. I wanted to throw up and pass out and cry and slide down the wall, but I looked at it, and that is half the battle right there when it comes to financial wellness. Literally half the struggle is building up the courage to actually look at your finances and actually see what's going on. So I did that. More good news, one of my besties that has moved out of state, very selfishly, might I add, is in town for a few days. So we're trying to see if she can link up with me at the church. I told her I'm going to be there from like 6 till whenever we wrap the heck up. So I told her she can pull up to the church and we can hang out and I can see her because I haven't seen her in forever. So I'm excited about that. The other bad news is that I'm probably not going to be able to walk my dog this evening because depending on how late I'm going to be out, like I'm not going out of my house to walk the dog at 9 p.m. Like she's just going to have to go in the backyard. So that's the situation. That's what's happening. Pray that my head stops pounding by the time I get to the church. And I'll check in with you later, girl.
Because it really does like
It makes a difference.
It makes a difference.
It does make a difference. Right.
So,
but who?
Hey, girl. Okay, it is 5:30 on Thursday. Feels like a Friday, but it's 5:30 on Thursday. I just got home. So yesterday evening was a bust. I did not really follow my evening routine because I got home late, like at 8 o'clock. So it was too late to walk. I did cook some dinner, but that's about it. I did not reset the kitchen. I just ate, and then me and Maurice watched season 2 of Unlocked on Netflix. But let me show y'all let's talk about what's on the schedule for this evening. Okay, so I had to find my phone, but I've got it. So on the schedule for this evening, we've got the evening walk at 6, then eat. So I think what I'm gonna do for dinner, I was thawing out some salmon. It's been thawing for longer than it needs to, so hopefully it's still good because I should have cooked it last night, honestly, but again, a lot of stuff didn't happen last night. So hopefully that's still good. If it is, I'm going to make salmon with mashed potatoes and green beans. Then is the reset. So I'm going to do a quick tidy of an area. It's honestly probably going to be this entryway area because I'm standing in it and looking at it now and it's looking crazy. So I might tidy up this entryway. Then connect and recharge. Maurice put a movie night on our calendar for tonight. So we're going to have movie night. We're going to chill. And then my power down is going to start at 11. And that's the part that I need to get more serious about because I'm having a really hard time like getting to bed at the time that I need to. It's like I know when I need to wind down, but it's like I don't know. Sometimes that time, somehow that time just comes and goes, and like I have no way of paying attention to it. So I may have to put the downtime back on my phone, which basically is like one of the screen time functions that you have on your iPhone. If you have iPhone, where you can like restrict access to certain apps at certain times, and so I might put the downtime back on my phone. So I'll probably do that when I get back from the walk. But I'm about to go and take Lucky on her evening walk, and then I will talk to y'all when I get back. I'm done cooking. This is my food. I got kind of a little bit of a Mod Podge of stuff here. Hold on, let me show you. It's a little bit of a Mod Podge because these are some black beans, Fiesta beans. It's a Fiesta blend, whatever, that I made for when I had some, like a chicken taco bowl the other day. So I put that, but then I have some sriracha mayo over this salmon, and it's on mashed potatoes and green beans. So I don't know. I kind of just put together what I got in my fridge, and this is gonna be my dinner. It's 6:42, so I'm gonna go probably chill and. So yeah, I'm probably gonna go chill and read or color or do something until movie night starts at 8:30. But oh my word. That's gonna be the evening, and I will check back in probably when I'm doing the downtime thing, so I can show y'all how I do that. And then yeah, that might be today, girl. Alright, I'll catch up with you later. Good morning, bestie. I just came back in from walking with Layla, and I'm about to hop in the shower, and then I'm gonna get dressed and head out. It's already, I took my watch off. I'm over here looking for my watch, and it's not on my wrist. It's already after 8. It's 8:10. So, oh my God, excuse me, I need to do his laundry. Lord Jesus. I'll do that this weekend. It's 8:10, which is like horrible on any other day of the week, but it's Friday. And the thing about Friday is traffic is light. Like, my commute is cut in half on Fridays, every Friday. I don't know why. No one goes to work on Fridays except for me, apparently. So traffic is super light. I can leave the house at like 8:30 and get to work by 9. And also, even if I don't make it to work by 9, it really doesn't even matter because I don't have my morning meeting at 9 a.m. on Fridays like I do every other day of the week. So Fridays can be a little bit of a slower morning for me, and I really appreciate that, and I needed that because I slept in this morning. I'm on day 3 of my period, and it's been whooping my butt for the past 2 days. So we're feeling good. I'm gonna get in the shower, and then I'm gonna show you guys what I'm wearing today. Okay, the shower's done, and this is my little clothing rack here. Let me just flip it. So this is where I've been putting all my outfits for the week. On like Monday or Sunday, I kind of lay out everything that I want to wear for the week, and so that way in the morning I can just pull it from right here. So today, I want to throw on, we got a winter storm coming, supposedly. I don't know if it's going to be cold today, but I was anticipating it being cold, so I want to throw on this black turtleneck under this t-shirt. So Jake, I love this shirt so much. My husband bought it for me after the Super Bowl because I was obsessed with Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime show. Like, I'm talking about, I listened to it 15 times a day for the first month after the show, like obsessed. So got that, and then some jeans because it's Friday. I wear jeans to work. My uniform on Fridays is jeans and a t-shirt. That's all I got for y'all. Is jeans and a t-shirt. It's jeans and a t-shirt. I'm gonna dress down every other day. But on Friday, you're gonna catch me in jeans and a t-shirt. So let me go put my clothes on, and then we have about 10 to 15 minutes to get out of this house. Okay, so this is the look. It's honestly not even cold enough for this because I'm looking at the weather and it's talking about 45 degrees and it's gonna be like 50. It's gonna go up as the day goes. So I don't know. I might get hot, but it's the fair. Don't worry about the scarf. I don't know why Lucky got a thing up here. Don't worry about the scarf. I'm gonna keep this on because I'm gonna just keep it on. Friday, end of the week and the last day. Stop. Behave. Okay. But yeah. I'm done. I'm dressed. I'm ready to go to work. Let's see how long it's gonna take. Cause it's 8:34. Yeah, really? It's gonna take me 28 minutes to get to work. I'll get there by 9:02, which is earlier than I got to work yesterday when I left the house at like 7:50 or 8. So I love Fridays. I love Fridays. I love Fridays. Fridays are for me, babe. For me. I can sleep in, still make it to work on time, and not have a 9 a.m. meeting. Are you joking? Yeah. And I could dress comfy. Love Fridays. Love Fridays. So we're gonna head to this office. I don't know when I'm gonna come back from church, y'all, honestly. It might be after work. It'll be at work. Because I still gotta tell you about the downtown thing. I kinda halfway did it last night. I didn't really do it. And I said it, but I didn't customize it. I gotta show you how I customized the apps. Yeah, I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show you how I did that. And then when we come back home, we'll see if we can do our evening routine. And then that's gonna be the end of this week's vlog. I just want to show you guys like a week of me following this new routine, seeing if it is indeed ADHD friendly. And I think it is safe to say that it is. So yeah, I'll check in with y'all when I get to work. We'll talk about downtime, and then we'll do our evening routine, and we'll sign off. All right, see you later, girl. I'm packing some snacks. I just made a little thing with fruits. I got strawberries, blueberries, and grapes. And this is good. I'm gonna use this to make a little mix. So, edamame. Put them all in. Finish that up. These raisins. Put these all in too. Because I could just eat off this like all weekend as well. So. And then my sweet and spicy peanuts. I love these. These are the show. Honestly, I built the whole mix around these. For real. Just tie it off like that. Put the lid on. You see the layers? It looks very earthy, you know. Mix stuff in. Mix. These are my socks. This is my lunch bag that I finally got back from work because I've left it at work for several months. So. All these extra little snacks, right? Big apple chips is really good. And there'll be the snack pack. And then this is just my syrup for my coffee. Hi, good morning, girly. It is Saturday afternoon, actually. It's 1 o'clock. And this is probably going to be the last day of this vlog because I have to lock in. I literally have to finish the vlog from last weekend and then finish editing all the footage from this week. But I'm out with Layla. It is late because I really slept in this morning. So let me tell y'all what was supposed to happen this morning. Today is the 4th Saturday of the month. At the church I go to, the 4th Saturday of every month is called Selah. And my face like dry. Oh my god, I'm literally so dry and ashy. I'm fix myself up when I get to the house. I literally just woke up and brushed my teeth. Let's cross the street. Come on. So the fourth Sabbath of every month at my church is called Selah. Selah is when we just kind of just gather in homes, like across the state, across the city, across the country, and we have small groups. So my church pastor will pre-record. One of the pastors will pre-record like a little brief sermon. There's discussion questions and stuff, and so it's a nice little small group thing to do. So my church does that every fourth Saturday. Fourth Saturday, we are not having like a traditional in-person church service. And so my aunt and I know I told you about the hiking group that we joined last year. So the hiking group has all of their hikes on Saturdays. And so we've just started looking at the calendar, and every time there's a hike on the fourth Saturday, that's the hike that we will go to. Since we don't have church that day, we kind of just use that as our hiking day. So today, there was no hiking club hike, but we told ourselves that we were going to just start going on hikes by ourselves every fourth Saturday, and then we were going to come back to my house. We were going to do, watch the Selah video together, and then she's going to sleep over my house every Saturday, every fourth Saturday, and we would just have girls' night after hiking in Selah. Today, however, we did plan to do that, but they're talking about, Layla, come on. They're talking about it's a winter storm coming. So we did a rain check because we were like, okay, if it's supposed to be a winter storm, and if you know anything about, or if you've ever lived in Georgia, you know that when they start freaking out about winter storms, it's not because it's going to be 2 feet of snow. Like, that is not what we're worried about at all. It is the ice. It's been raining for the past few days, and so when the temperatures drop, all that water freezes, and that creates ice on the streets, which is really slippery and really dangerous. And I don't care how well you think you could drive. I don't care how much you from Detroit, Chicago, whatever. No one can drive on ice. Come on. So that's kind of the concern. And where we were gonna hiking, I kind of live close to like North Georgia. And when there is a winter storm, North Georgia does get a lot more of the cold weather than like other parts of Atlanta. So we didn't go on a hike today, and it's not bad yet. I think, as of this morning, it's supposed to not even really get bad until like 11 something at night. But don't do that. It's supposed to not get bad till like 11 something at night. So really, nothing had to be canceled today for real. Like, when I tell you everything got shut down in the city, grocery stores got cleaned out, everything. So I thought I was gonna wake up to a blanket of ice over my neighborhood, and it's really not bad at all. Like, it's literally still about 50 degrees. So I woke up and said, okay, let's go on a walk. And then, yeah, we'll see how bad it gets, but that's why I'm not at church. And I actually don't know what the plan is today now, because that was the plan that I had, is going on a hike and then hanging out with my auntie all day. So I don't know, child, but that's the plan. I wanted to come on here and talk about screen time real quick. So if you look on your phone, and I don't have my phone on me right now, so when I get back to the house, I may like screen record it. But if you have an iPhone, they have like a screen time function where you can either like set limits per app. So let's say Instagram is really particularly your problem, right? You can set a limit of saying like, I only want to spend 3 hours on Instagram each day. So once you've been on Instagram for 3 hours, it will like block Instagram. And it's not that you can't override it, which is some people's issues with screen time. It takes a lot of mental discipline still, because it is very easy to just hit like ignore the limit. But like, if just having that visual reminder, like if you have the discipline for yourself, then screen time works. That's one way that you can do it. Another way that you can do it is with downtime. So that is where there are certain times of the day where all of your apps, except the ones that you select, stay on. So what I'm going to do for my downtime, I'm going to make sure that only the apps that I would be using past like 11:15, I'm going to make sure that, no, I think 10:45 is when I have my downtime set to start. 10:45 to 6 a.m. So, come on. Whatever apps I would actually use. So that would be my Google Home app that I use to turn off the lights at night. That would be my Finch app so that I can like check in with my goals. That would be, what other app would I keep? My Duolingo, because sometimes I wait till the last minute to do my Duolingo. But yeah, things like that. Just the app that you would actually need, and it blocks everything else. So basically it's going to make it so that my phone is essentially useless past a certain time of the night, and that's going to ideally force or encourage me to put the phone down and start winding down and get ready for bed. So that's what I'm going to do, and hopefully we'll see how next week that helps with me being able to maintain my routine, particularly waking up at a good time, even though I've been doing pretty good this week. So yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed seeing me follow this routine. I think it's pretty ADHD friendly. Let me know what you think down in the comments, if this is a routine structure that would kind of work for you. And not my routine, but like having a routine for when you have full energy, when you're kind of like in the middle, and then have a routine for when you're low energy. I just think that helps give you some options and give you some variety, give you some variables, so that you don't feel like you're having to follow the same exact routine structure every single day. So that's it. Thanks for spending the week with me. Layla says hi. Lucky says hi too, but she's in the house. And I will see y'all in the next one. Bye, girl.